When a camera comes along that has the potential to completely reshape the way professionals, filmmakers, and content creators capture their stories, it instantly becomes the center of attention. And right now, all eyes are on Sony's rumored A7v, a full-frame mirrorless camera that is stirring up more excitement than any release in recent memory. And for good reason, because instead of just offering incremental improvements, this camera appears to combine breakthrough sensor technology, smarter autofocus, powerful video specs, and professional-grade design in a way that could make it one of the most important launches of 2025. The whispers began with industry insiders suggesting that Sony was preparing to reveal a brand new 44-megapixel partially stacked BSI CMOS sensor, a leap forward from what we've seen in previous alpha models. And this is not just about more megapixels on paper, it's about real-world performance. Because that new sensor structure is expected to dramatically improve readout speed, which translates into fewer rolling shutter issues, higher burst rates of up to 20 frames per second, and an ability to handle complex scenes with fast motion in a way that feels effortless. And paired with improved heat management, shooters won't be forced to cut sessions short due to overheating, which has long been a pain point for hybrid cameras. Imagine recording 4K video at a blistering 120 frames per second, oversampled from 6K with 10-bit for 2222 color depth, all without worrying about time limits. And suddenly the A75 starts to look less like an upgrade and more like a filmmaker's dream tool. Because unlimited recording means creators can capture concerts, weddings, or documentaries without the constant fear of hitting a recording cap. And Sony's engineers seem to know that reliability matters as much as raw specs. Stabilization, too, is rumored to take a massive leap forward, with the body offering up to 8 stops of in-body image stabilization, and when paired with stabilized lenses, the results could rival shots achieved with dedicated gimbals, making handheld cinematic footage more achievable than ever before, especially for solo creators who don't always have a rig or crew. But what's perhaps even more fascinating is the role of artificial intelligence in this camera. Because autofocus is no longer just about speed and coverage, it's about intelligence. And Sony has reportedly built an AI-driven autofocus system that covers nearly the entire frame, recognizing humans, animals, and vehicles with real-time tracking so sticky and so precise that even fast-moving subjects in low light remain sharp and clear. And this isn't just hype. Sony's past track record with autofocus leadership suggests the A7v could, once again, set the industry benchmark. Design-wise, leaked details point to a body that borrows from Sony's higher-end Alpha series, but with refinements in ergonomics, button placement, and menu navigation to make it more user-friendly for hybrid shooters who move constantly between photo and video. And the EV is said to be sharper, brighter, and more lifelike than ever before, which matters when composing in difficult lighting environments. While connectivity options are also expected to get a significant upgrade, with USB-C 3.24 rapid data transfer, dual card slots supporting both SFexpress A and SD for flexible storage, and built-in Wi-Fi strong enough to handle live streaming without external gear. Features that align with the growing demand from creators who don't just want to shoot, but want to share instantly. But what really makes the A7v stand out in a crowded field is how all these elements come together. Because while competitors like Canon's R6 Mark II or Nikon's Z6 III offer strong performance, Sony's rumored combination of speed, resolution, heat management, and AI integration could put it in a league of its own, especially for those who need a single tool that can handle higher resolution stills, cinematic video, and fast-paced action. Now, let's talk image quality, because that 44MP sensor is expected to bring a wider dynamic range, cleaner low-light shots, and richer color depth. With Sony's Escalor Science delivering skin tones and vibrant hues that look natural straight out of the camera, saving editors valuable time in post-production, and with RAW and high formats supported, professionals will have all the flexibility they need to push their files during editing. For videographers, the story is just as compelling, with 6K oversampling ensuring footage that looks crisp even when downscaled, while the 120fps option allows for buttery smooth slow-motion sequences without sacrificing detail. opening creative doors for sports shooters, commercial directors, and even YouTubers looking to elevate their storytelling. Heat dissipation has been addressed with an upgraded cooling system, which should allow for continuous recording even under demanding conditions, a crucial factor for event coverage or documentary work. And when combined with the improved battery life that's being hinted at, long shoots suddenly feel much less stressful. The storage situation is equally forward-thinking, with leaks mentioning a dual-tier memory system, including a standard 128GB card bundled in support for expanded memory modules reaching up to 4 terabytes, along with read and write speeds that make large file handling efficient rather than frustrating. And that's not a small detail, because as video resolutions climb, storage speed becomes just as important as storage size. Let's also not forget about usability, because Sony seems intent on making this camera one that appeals not only to technical professionals, but also to ambitious creators who want gear that doesn't slow them down. So expect a streamlined interface, customizable function buttons, and a touchscreen that's finally intuitive and responsive enough to rival the smartphones many creators are used to. Durability will also play a key role, with the body rumored to feature enhanced weather sealing, ensuring that professionals can take it into demanding environments without hesitation, from rain-soaked landscapes to desert heat. If all this proves accurate, then the A7v might not just be Sony's next release. It might be the release that sets a new standard for what a full-frame mirrorless hybrid can do, blurring the lines between professional cinema cameras and compact mirrorless systems. And let's not overlook the financial side, because early price leaks suggest the A7v will land between $2,500 and $2,800, placing it in a sweet spot where serious enthusiasts can stretch to invest, while professionals will see it as a bargain compared to cinema rigs that cost many times more, meaning this camera could become a common sight not only on Hollywood indie sets but also in the bags of wedding shooters, travel vloggers, and sports photographers alike. And finally, the release timing, which is where speculation turns into anticipation, because multiple registrations and insider leaks point strongly to an official unveiling around October or November 2025, a timeline that positions the A7v perfectly for the holiday season and ensures it grabs headlines at year's end. And if Sony does indeed deliver everything that has been hinted, then we may be looking at the most impactful camera launch in years. A product that gives professionals the performance they crave, gives content creators tools they've been begging for, and ultimately pushes the entire industry forward. So if you're as intrigued as I am, stay tuned, because in just a matter of weeks, the full picture should come into focus. And until then, make sure you're subscribed and the bell is tapped so you don't miss the moment. Sony pulls the curtain back on what could be the mirrorless camera of the decade.